Hi, I'm Chris Guld with Geeks On Tour. And when we're traveling, I take so many pictures. I mean, look at that sunset. How can I take just one? I'm going to take one this way. I'm going to take one this way. Oh my. It is just so pretty. And then I'll probably take a couple in the morning. So then what do you do with all of those pictures and so many of them that look the same? Well, that's what I want to show you, what my process is in selecting the best photos. So here are all the photos I just took. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lots of photos of that sunset last night. Do I really need to keep all of them? Well, no, and a lot of people would say you need to go in and delete. Well, but these are all pretty pictures. I can't delete them. What I can do, however, is take a look through them and decide maybe which ones are my favorites. And then all you have to do to mark your favorites, so I'm looking through them. Now, that one is a favorite. On Google Photos, I'm in Google Photos now. I will show you in a minute on the iPhone and on the Samsung. You just tap the star. That makes that picture a favorite. Now, I think I liked one of the very first. Oh, and I like this one with the sunset reflected in our RV. I'll make that a favorite. And I think that one. Nope, that one is a favorite. So now what? Instead of looking at all 20 or so pictures, I can tap on the library button and favorites. Now I am just looking at the favorites. There's 1, 2, only 3 pictures of the sunset. And if you should ever feel ambitious someday, so I'm going to back out and look at all my photos again. If you should ever feel ambitious someday and want to delete some photos that you don't need to keep, you know not to delete the ones that have the star on them. So that's how easy it is to use favorites in Google Photos. Okay, so that's how you use favorites if you use Google Photos. I use Google Photos for everything, but let's say you don't use Google Photos and you have a Samsung phone, you use Gallery. You tap on Gallery and you can tap on any photo and it's the little heart. It's the heart that makes it a favorite. And to view your favorites then, out from the main menu, it's the 3 dashes and favorites. Now you're only seeing the photos marked as favorites in Samsung Gallery. And last, for the iPhone, I still use Google Photos. But if you don't use Google Photos and you use this, I call it Apple Photos, you are looking at all your photos and you can specify favorites by opening it up and tapping the heart down at the bottom. That's the favorites. And then if you want to just see only your favorites, that's down under albums. And there is an album called favorites. Now, a special little thing on the Apple, you can mark a picture as a favorite either in Apple Photos or in Google Photos, and it will synchronize and be marked as a favorite in the other. How do you do that? You need a setting in Google Photos. If I open Google Photos, tap on my little face or initial, my account button, and go to Google Photos Settings, Apps and Devices, Apple Photos, Sync Favorites. If that is on, then you can mark a favorite in either Apple Photos or Google Photos, and it will be marked in the other. Now I want to talk a little bit about editing. And I'm going to Google Photos. That's where I do all my editing. And this time I'm going to use the computer. If you use Google Photos and back up all your photos, you can look at them at photos.google.com just as well as on the phone. And I like the bigger screen. So this sunset picture that I marked as a favorite, what's wrong with it? It's crooked. You don't want to leave a favorite picture and keep it crooked. So here I am on the computer. I just click on this button, which is the Edit button. I can make it straight by using the Crop and Rotate tool. That's the second one over here. And then you just click on the 0 point and you drag right and left until you see the horizon match up with the straight line grids. Okay, that looks much better, but as long as we're in here, what else can we do? I'll click on the Suggestions, the first button, and try and enhance. No, I don't like it lighter. I like it the dark. How about dynamic? Well, that's okay, but I think I still like it even the darker. Or vivid? Kind of like that. But notice as soon as I use one of these premium editing tools, that's what the multicolored one means, it changes from save to save a copy. If I do that, then the edited version is not the favorite. The original is. So if you use one of the premium tools and you are forced to save a copy, then I recommend that you delete the one that was the favorite. So I do delete sometimes, when it's my work that created the extra copy, and then make sure to mark as a favorite the one that you've just edited and fixed. And lastly, I want to show you how you can use favorites when searching. So if you're anything like me, you've taken a lot of pictures of sunsets. I can search for sunsets. I'm using Google Photos on the computer, the web version of Google Photos here. I search for sunsets, and I guarantee there will be hundreds and hundreds of sunsets. But if I add the word favorites, so not just sunsets, but sunsets that have been marked as favorites, now I am seeing my best sunset shots. And then if you want to share, you should put these into albums. I create an album of my best shots for every month or for every trip. And I have lots of other videos on that. If you go to geeksontour.com and look at the tutorials menu and videos, search for albums, you'll see a lot. Have fun with your photos.